Do you use plastic straws or cups for your drinks? Not at all? How about throwaway plastic silverware? The environmental impact of switching to sustainable utensils was significant. However, the risks associated with plastic near food don't stop here. It may surprise you to learn that food packaging materials such as tins, cling foil, wrappers, and Tetra Paks can include hundreds of chemicals that can be fatal. The harmful substances found in food packaging and how they affect your life's quality will be discussed in today's film. Is cancer caused by it? But infertility, what about that? We're talking about all of that and more. Pause. Bestie intro? The Latin word, plasticus, which meaning, the ability to mold, is where the term, plastic, first appeared. It was initially created by John Wesley Hyatt in 1869. The world's trajectory was permanently altered by this groundbreaking revelation. The real process of producing plastic involves numerous intricate steps. It is created by combining several polymers. Polymers decompose into monomers, which are often synthesized or generated from biological sources. A few synthetic sources of plastic are cellulose, coal, natural gas, and plastic itself. On the other hand, starch, oil, vegetable fats, and carbohydrates can be used to make bio-based plastic. Plastic that is found around food typically originates from synthetic materials. The production of plastic significantly increased during the Second World War. Plastic quickly dominated every facet of contemporary life. Plastic was a more affordable, robust, and practical choice. However, the cost to humanity was different. In less than 10 years, plastic waste began to build up around the oceans and found its way into our food chain. It also presented a risk to aquatic life. However, utilizing plastic came with a host of other issues, plastic pollution being just one of them. Stop. Are you curious as to why plastics have such a bad reputation? It is as a result of its ingredients. In actuality, there are a lot of chemicals all around us. They are in pesticides that are sprayed on your food, in contaminated water and air, and in makeup. BPA. Halt. Are you familiar with BPA? One of the rare compounds added to plastic to make it more flexible is BPA, or bisphenol A. BPA is special in that it prevents polymers from shuttering when they cool or heat. Producing plastic bottles, milk cartons, cans, food containers, and even thermal paper receipts is essential. This chemical cannot be retained in plastics for very long. As time goes on, they begin to release BPA, which can easily enter your body when you come into contact with plastic. The most terrifying aspect of BPA is its resemblance to the hormone estrogen. As soon as it gets into your bloodstream, it functions like an artificial hormone. When you reheat meals in plastic containers or store hot food in takeout boxes, BPA leaching accelerates. This chemical molecule has terrible harmful effects. Research has shown that BPA causes a wide range of health problems, including cancer, infertility, delayed fetal development, diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, and brain damage that can lead to Alzheimer's and dementia. A study revealed that 16 out of 20 volunteers had detectable levels of BPA in their blood, urine, and sweat. BPA-free polymers. Stop. You only use BPA-free plastic, so are you exhaling with relief? Then, unfavorable news has arrived. Manufacturers of plastics profit from incomplete client information. Plastics are become BPA-free by adding BPS and BPF. Compared to bisphenol A, these two compounds are even more hazardous. They cause your endocrine system to malfunction by releasing extra estrogen and thyroid. Additionally, plastic may be dangerous due to substances other than these phenolic chemicals. Phthalate. Hold on. Equal blame is placed on phthalate. The polyvinyl chloride is softened by these industrial compounds. They can be found in food packaging, household cleansers, cosmetics, and personal care items. Phthalate have been found to have a substantial correlation with a number of illnesses, including asthma, male infertility, autism, lower IQ in youngsters, breast cancer, and type 2 diabetes, according to a dozen previous research. Here Dr. Gallet Goldfarb, a health and wellness coach and award-winning author, discuss the negative consequences of phthalate and BPA. Insert a clip from the film The Health Effects of Plastic. Commence at 2.57 per a study, and conclude at 3.27, also referring to infertility. Pause. Every year, more than 300 million metric tons of plastic waste are produced worldwide. The global plastic plague prompted academics to look into plastics more thoroughly. A group of scientists from Switzerland began examining the toxicity and quality of food-grade plastic containers. The scientific community was shocked by the results, to put it mildly. The researchers came to the conclusion that 388 dangerous substances were present in the majority of the food wrappers after their investigation. A total of 352 of them carried the potential to destroy your reproductive system and cause cancer. These compounds are known as carcinogenic, reproductive, and mutagenic toxic substances, or CRMs for short. They also discovered 22 compounds that resemble hormones and may interfere with your body's normal processes. Furthermore, 32 substances had the potential to linger in your system for an extended period of time. Some dangerous monomers that are utilized to create polyacrylamide, polystyrene, and polyvinyl chloride are vinyl chloride, styrene, and acrylamide. Endocrine-disrupting chemicals, or EDCs, were also a source of great concern because they throw off the endocrine system's delicate balance. The researcher discovered 127 more polymer compounds that might find their way into food as the investigation went on. The numbers are astonishing. The most shocking thing is that these chemicals were inadvertently added to the food packaging by the producers. Furthermore, the producers were abiding by the law. The study's lead author, Dr. Jane Monk, Ph.D., an ecotoxicology and environmental scientist and managing director of the Food Packaging Forum in Zurich, Switzerland, and her team assessed the gravity of the situation before compiling a list of food contact chemicals of concern and submitting it to the European Union. The European Union made the decision to employ the list as a roadmap for enhancing consumer safety and executing farm-to-fork chemical strategies for sustainability initiatives. Stop. Let's now examine another study that went further to determine the amount of plastic we eat on a daily basis. Nearly all of our body's cells are now infected with micro and nanoplastics from tainted food. The researchers discovered that although salt had 0.11 microplastics per gram, sugar had 0.44 microplastics. The amount of microplastics per gram in alcohol and bottled water was 0.03 and 0.09, respectively. The average person ingests 80 grams of microplastic per year from foods containing plastic. Stop. Are the infamous chemicals in your body starting to worry you? Fortunately, there are methods to lessen your body's toxic excess. Though it won't happen right away, persistent work can have an impact. Attempting to make too many changes at once can be costly and overwhelming. Plastics are useful because they prolong the freshness of food. However, when you're on the run, use biodegradable food containers instead. They are able to break down into organic compounds. Packaging made of bamboo, coconut, sugarcane, or almond shells is biodegradable and protects the environment from hazardous chemicals. Such items quickly break down without producing any hazardous materials when they end up in the ocean or in landfills. Every day, make modest yet meaningful efforts. The second crucial action you should take is to give up purchasing drinking water in bottles. Purchase a water filter or find out from your neighborhood whether it's safe to drink straight tap water. Be cautious to limit your drinking bottle selection to glass or stainless steel bottles when carrying one about. Steer clear of plastic utensils, bowls, and dinner plates. Utilize ceramics instead. It's really convenient to store food in plastic containers inside the refrigerator. It's very easy to finish the lunch or dinner drill by heating the same container in the microwave for a few minutes. But even with Tupperware, it's time to throw out the plastic containers. Do you feel hesitant to use silicone? Listen to Dr. Jonas Kina's thoughts on the matter. Insert screenshot from the video. Are silicone products safe to use in place of plastic cookware? Compounds begin at 0.40 and end at 1.20% in contact with. Glass containers are a good way to store leftovers. You can either reheat them or use a pan and an old-fashioned gas stove. Rather than using single-use plastics, focus on repurposing materials. Encourage companies who use sustainable practices. Take, for For instance, the cafe's loyalty schemes that mandate the use of steel refillable containers. You might have to pay a deposit for that takeaway cup, but the next time you come for your beverage, you will get a clean, eco-friendly stainless steel cup for your next takeaway. Purchasing more food in bulk can also help lower the prevalence of packaged goods. Your body will begin eliminating the micro and nanoplastics as soon as you stop using plastics. Toxin elimination is not feasible, although exposure to toxins can be reduced. Have you ever considered increasing your likelihood of having children? A few foods may be helpful if you are experiencing infertility and are looking for practical ways to increase fertility. Check out 15 essential and natural male fertility miracles you need NOW, or the 11 best superfoods for men. Proceed now. Choose one to watch, or better yet, watch both, to discover the most natural ways to overcome infertility. Are you consciously trying to stop using plastic to wrap food? Let us know in the comments below.